Hello all. Alright, we're waiting for a conference call, so I may have a sudden disruption in my train of thought. So, what's been happening here in the US and around the world during the winter of 2017-2018? We're seeing a very bizarre situation. Let's go over to the map. As you can see, we've got the map for temperatures right now with some wind. Now, as you can see, that the temperatures are being sucked up over and around Greenland, which is pushing temperatures up in the North Pole and causing the cold areas during the winter, which should be cold, to push both down to the US, East Coast, and Canada, and over into Russia. Deep cold in Russia, deep cold in Canada, pretty cold in the US. Because the North Pole is up to 18 degrees above normal temperatures. This is causing immense trouble with the ice. We are now at an all-time low ice for this time of the year in the North Pole. Super low ice levels. Let's go look at what's happening with the jet stream, and this tells it all, because there isn't enough difference between the cold north and the equator. The jet stream isn't acting like it normally does this time of the year, where it should be pretty straight. But as you can see, it's meandering and falling right down into the US really badly. Now in Russia, they've got a cut-off low, which means that the cold air is trapped over Russia there. This phenomenon's been going on all pretty much for the last month, and Paul Beckwith has I have a link down there to his last video, and he's describing all this in full detail. He also sees what's happening. Extreme temperatures throughout the US and the rest of the world where there should be cold, and where there should be warmer temperatures, there's freezing temperatures, even below freezing, clear down in the Gulf of Mexico here in the US. That's pretty amazing. And this is the second time this year we've seen this push down where the cold air goes way, way down. So there's a lot of science coming out now about what the last science session was in the North Pole and region, and the methane releases and the feedbacks are in full swing right now, and we're still worried about playing golf. It's just disgusting. So one other thing I wanted to bring up is we got a notice, Pink Barrio, about the internet feed, and how, see, we used to have 500 gigabytes a month of internet service before we'd get charged for extra usage. That has now been cut down to 250. Price is way up, and now we're getting a notice saying that we're reaching our limit and we're going to be charged an extra $10 for every 50 gigabytes that we use. You know, this is the corporations getting away with everything. They own the governments of the world now. That is the oligarchy. That is the deep state, really. It's not this Hillary Clinton nonsense. She's mired in it, along with most every single other person in government throughout the world, is part of the deep state. But the deep state is controlled by industry, military-industrial complex, the pharma-industrial complex. The auto companies build automobiles, trucks, and that sort of thing. They hold back on progress with trains and that sort of thing. So anyway, kind of a problem of what I'm supposed to do now that the price of using the internet is going to go up quite a bit. That means I can either stop or lower the amount of videos I put on the same amount, just shorter, ask for money. Can't stand doing that. I don't know yet. We'll see how it turns out at the end of the month. So, as this will definitely stifle the US's internet, because people will be on the internet less. They'll go to different places less often, because if they go too long and start watching things, guess what happens? They get an extra $10 a month on their internet service, or $20 or $30. The US and the world going backwards. It's fast as they can. I appreciate all the ups and the downs and the new subscribers especially. And until next time.